Hi, welcome back to Just an Everyday Fan. So as you know, last night the Fever took on the Chicago Sky. Now, I didn't know if I was going to watch the game last night, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to show up for Caitlin Clark because she shows up for her fans. So I'm not going to be petty. I'm going to show up for Caitlin Clark. So I tuned into the game. Now, I've got to say, and I've got to be honest, when they did an aerial shot of the whole stadium, there were a lot of empty seats in there. The tickets may have sold, and they sold in the beginning. Not everyone showed up. So there were a lot of empty seats. And I think it's been getting to that point since Caitlin has been out. I think the fans have trailed off and attendance has dropped because of Caitlin Clark being day-to-day until yesterday or the day before. She finally, that night, said, I'm no longer going to be back for the 25th season. I'm out. And, you know, that was that. So I would love to see what the ratings are. I want to see what the ratings are if they have significantly dropped. Now, I know some of the other games, when I watch them, their stadiums are half empty as well. So my question to you is the WNBA, are they losing their ground because they didn't protect their golden goose? They let and encouraged everyone to foul Caitlin Clark. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. So the Chicago game last night just seemed like a dirty game, but that's what I expect from Chicago. After all, Angel Reese is out. She got suspended for, I think, a game and a half for what? Assaulting another player. They finally did it. They finally suspended her. So it should have been a 3-game suspension as far as I'm concerned, but they only, I believe, did a game and a half. There were just so many. I mean, look at Lexi Hall. She is beat up. She has 2 black eyes. She has, now she has a busted lip. Sims has a busted lip, although Sims, that was from her falling on the floor and hitting her mouth on the court. So that wasn't necessarily from another player. Now, at one point, Cardoza dropped her shoulder and did what I thought was an offensive charge. She dropped her shoulder, hit the Indiana Fever player, taking her head back and knocking her backwards onto the floor. And guess what? The refs called it against Indiana Fever. And they got the free throw. To me, Chicago is a dirty team. Almost every one of them. Every one of them. From Angel Reese to Adkins to certainly Cardoza to all of them. They all played dirty. There were multiple trips last night that weren't called. If that's how you have to win at basketball, ladies, maybe you should reconsider and not play basketball. Just because the game is a physical sport doesn't mean it has to be an intent to hurt another player. So Stephanie White brought back Bree Hall, but she sat her on the bench last night. She sat her, which I don't understand. We were 20 points ahead. Let Bree have playing time, pull your starters. But she didn't do that. She pulled some of the starters at the end of the game, but she could have put Bree in. Now, this leads me into another question that I have. This Stephanie White, I guess, offensive and who she picks to go in. Let's talk about Timpson and Turner. Now, for most of the season, Turner warmed the bench at $85,000 a year. She never went into the game. Stephanie White did not play her. It was a coach's decision. She did not play her. All of a sudden, a couple of weeks ago, she puts her in because all of her starters are in foul trouble, which I understand. Put one of your players in off the bench, let them take the fouls, and keep your starters safe, correct? Yes, I understand that. But now she thinks Turner is this golden goose. She's the next best thing to sliced bread. Turner is in playing, like last night, she played 18 minutes instead of putting Timpson in. Now Timpson has been benched. Timpson is riding the bench. Now, she did put Timpson in. The last game, Timpson did not play at all. She benched her. This game, Timpson only got 3 minutes of play at the end. So in those 3 minutes, she was able to put up 4 points and 1 rebound. Now, Turner played 18 minutes. She had 2 points. 2 points in 18 minutes. She had 1 assist and 5 rebounds, but she had 3 personal fouls, so she sent someone to the line 3 times. So, to me, I think Timpson is a better player. Let me know what you think about the comments in the comments down below. Do you vote for Timpson or do you vote for Turner? Who's the better player? Now, the Fever were able to hold Bantam to 0 points, which was good because we all know that if Bantam gets loose and she gets turned loose, no one guards her and she's hot, she can hit 3 points from anywhere on the floor. We were still able to win with 4 Chicago players getting in double digits. Now, overall, Indiana Fever is sitting in 7th place currently. We have 2 more games remaining. So tomorrow they will play the Mystics. And then on Tuesday they play Minnesota. I'm going to say Minnesota is going to be a loss. Currently we are sitting, or the Fever is sitting at 22-20. Seattle is at 22-21, so it is a tight race. However, Seattle only has 1 game remaining to play, and that's Golden State Valkyrie. LA has 3 games remaining. They have Dallas Mercury and the Las Vegas Aces. Now let's talk about New York. Now, New York is sitting at 5th seed. This is not where you would expect the prior 2024 champions to be, especially when they came out of the gate matching Minnesota's play, right? Both of those teams, I think for the first, I want to say maybe 9 games, they did not lose a game. Neither one of them, they were at a perfect score and they were cruising. So we all thought in the beginning it was going to be Minnesota and New York back in the championship. But the dynamic duo on this team has been split. And one of them has been out injured for most of the season. First it was Stewie, now it's Sabrina. And you can see how it affects the team. It's like having Caitlin out, and look what Boston has done this year compared to what she's done last year. To me, Boston seemed like she was just on point last year with Caitlin feeding her those balls. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, thank you for watching the channel. Please hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.